right, everybody, welcome into Rock Hard Music. I am your host, Rob, and I'm going to bring you I forget who suggested it to me. It's a while ago. It was a version of Strutter done at Donington, I believe, in 88, 89-ish. And it's absolutely, showcasing just how unbelievable Paul was in the 80s. First, I just want to give a shout out to all of my subscribers here and let you know how much I appreciate you for being you. I do have another channel that I have mixed with live footage that I take when I do go to concerts with now a reaction format, right? And I try to focus on newer music, but I'm starting to bring some older stuff back in. And let's just say there are a couple bands out there that claim to have armies or wolf packs or fangers or whatever they want to call themselves. Let me just say first and foremost, hair metal and Kiss fans especially are the greatest fans on the planet. You know why? Because we have thick skins, right? We can take a beating and we can give a fucking beating. What I mean by that is if I want to shit on something and you don't agree, you come back and tell me, hey, fuck you, I don't agree. And I say, okay, fuck you, that's fine. And we go on and fucking, continue. I can smoke cigarettes. I can say fuck. Nobody gets offended. Nobody gets butthurt. We know that all music is subjective, right? We know everybody likes something different. And that's just the fucking way it is. I don't see the garbage on my comments here that I get from some people on the other channel. Some people are still in, delusional land that their bands can do absolutely no wrong. And if you dare point out something that is, not to your liking, then all of a sudden you're supposedly trashing on the whole fucking band and basically, trying to, wipe out all their ancestors. It's just ridiculous. So I was just thinking about that while I was cruising around doing my gig that I do full time this morning. And I was like, man, as much fun as I'm having, and I am having fun with the reaction channel. I so much more love posting here. I just wish I had a little bit more to bring you guys. Unfortunately, Kiss is done. Most hair bands are done. Very little stuff, still exists in the classic rock. So I'm doing all I can. And any suggestions by any of you, no matter how stupid or biased or whatever it is that you'd like to see, just shoot it in the comments. There's also, I believe, an email address or a Facebook address or somewhere. You can always find a way to get a hold of me. But until then, I'm just kind of, running a mishmash of shit here for you guys. And since I've gotten into the reaction thing on the other channel, I thought, man, all this new music is okay. But there's only one real music, right? And it existed from like 1970 to about 92. So without further ado and enough fucking babbling, I'm going to bring you one of the greatest, if not the greatest versions of Strutter that I have ever heard in my life. Paul simply transforms this song into something completely different. I wish he had this ability, this range, this power in the 70s. I think some of those 70s songs would have been so much better. Not that they weren't good, but they'd have been so much better had he had that power and range that started to peak, or started to, come on in the early 80s, right? When you see some of those Sydney shows from Dynasty Unmasked up until the mid 90s, the late 90s, when he was starting to add all these extra screams and nuances to his vocal stylings, even in the studio. This just shows what can happen to a very good song, Strutter, when Paul gives it a once over and really shows what he can do. So here we go.
Song went like this.
going to get fucking insane here pretty soon. And here's the incredible thing about Mr. Stanley. He does it with so much fucking ease. I have watched him performance after performance on YouTube and home videos and live, doing this stuff through the 80s, early 90s. Shit, even the very early 80s on those Sydney shows, he does that shit with a smile on his face. You know, there's no veins popping. There's seemingly no energy spent whatsoever for him to hit those goddamn notes and hold them out. It's just incredible. Here's my favorite one. Absolutely amazing, right? Pardon me. I just cannot get enough of 80s Kiss. And that is hands down way better than any live performance or the studio track from the 70s. And this is what I mean about how great you fans are. Lewis is going to jump on here and put his foot straight up my ass for that comment. And that's fine. We bicker back and forth. That's what makes Kiss fans so much more mature than some of these new bands, fan bases that are running rampant right now. Is they are still where we were, you know, in our first 5 to 7 years of Kiss fandom, right? Oh, every song's awesome. Everybody, the best bass player, the best rhythm player, the best. They're still in that. And the funny thing is, most of them are our age and older. But they're really, really into this new music because it's, bringing back, some of these bands are bringing back at least a taste of what, they experienced. And I'll give them that. But for some reason, they're all still, and this goes for multiple bands that I cover over there, they're all still in that hyper blind Kool-Aid drinking fan mode where they just can't take criticism of their favorite band. As seasoned veterans of KISS, we have seen the highs, we have seen the lows, we have seen lineup changes, we have seen sellouts, we have seen every goddamn curveball that can be thrown at a fan base from their favorite band. We're still here. I mean, and that's the greatest thing. We can say, wow, that fucking song sucked. What the fuck were they thinking? You'll never hear that in these other fan bases from their diehard fans. It's the old fucking, the fanboy thing, right? And I was there, so I can't knock it. But I was there, when I'm 8, 9 years old, not as a rational adult. It just floors me sometimes that I've got to really censor what I say so I don't upset people too much. And I don't have to do that here. I could say whatever the fuck I want. You guys can jump on and say you're a fucking idiot. And we just move on. Next video. I mean, that's how grown adults act. That's how men debate. We don't say, well, you really hurt my... Fuck that. Fuck you, douchebag. No, fuck you, asshole. All right, let's go have a beer. Right? So that's why I love this channel. It may be smaller. It may be going fucking nowhere, but you guys have hung in here for some reason, and I got to think it's because of the no bullshit. Say what you want to fucking say and be able to voice how you want to voice and enjoy some fucking music from the good old days, right? So anyway, there you got it. I will come back at you soon with some new content, and until next time, thanks for watching.